Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, beaming out to you from the Sunshine Coast here in Australia, joined today by Celinne Da Costa. Celinne, a very warm welcome. Whereabouts are you hanging out? It looks very tropical where you are.
I'm quite close to you. I'm in Bali, Indonesia.
Bali, north, south,
Mhm.
whereabouts?
In Uluwatu, so beach town.
Beautiful, beautiful. Fabulous spot, fabulous part of the world. Folks, for those of you who don't know Celinne, she's a brand story expert. She's also a deep transformation coach, which is fascinating work. She works with high achieving, real purpose-driven experts. People want to make a difference in the world, including executives, helps them to become more confident, fully expressed leaders with empowered, if you like, or equipped with really transformational stories that they can tell that'll transform people's lives and business and confidence. She's got a tribe of raving fans, and that's what she helps her clients to create as well. Her work's been featured in top media, including Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, Business Insider. She's in her own right a best-selling author, very popular speaker. She's delivered TEDx speeches on the power of human connection. Can't wait for me to shut up and for you to open up. Celinne, the subject today is how to grow your brand by telling your story. Our 7 minutes is going to start now. Question number one, who is your ideal client?
So my ideal client is a visionary, a leader, and somebody who's really passionate about making a big change in people's lives. And they want to put themselves out there and essentially create a program or a service that will really elevate the quality of others' life. And the way that they're going to do that is by sharing their message and building a premium legacy brand that will last for years to come.
Beautiful. Thank you. Question two, 6.5 minutes left. What's the problem you solve for your ideal clients?
I help them reconnect back to their true purpose and actually share a message of change, of transformation, and of growth from an aligned place. So, what I mean by that is that I'm really helping them understand this is who I am. This is a change that I have to make in the world. This is how I talk about it. And this is how it comes through my brand and messaging. And by doing that, they can put themselves out there in a bigger way and they can help more people, as well as do that from a place of being centered and fulfilled within themselves.
Right, and not having to feel like they have to bend their personality or ethics out of shape just to fit into someone else's template.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Authentically, 100% themselves.
Which in itself is going to be transformational, let alone the ripple impact it would have on the lives of others. Let's go to question three. 5.5 minutes left. What would you say are the typical symptoms that your ideal client is experiencing before they start this transformational work with you?
Well, the first is imposter syndrome, no matter what level they're at. I've worked with people in the 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 figure category. And I can tell you that consistently, no matter how successful they are, how much money they've made, how many people they've helped, there is this deeply rooted dissatisfaction of I am not enough. I don't know how to get myself out there. People don't care about what I have to say. And it's a huge, huge issue that these people in leadership positions who have so much power to really change the world are not recognizing their own sense of self-worth, and they're not actually connected to the power of their story and their experiences and what they can create in the world. And so I help people really wake up to that and be able to articulate that to the rest of the world, because when you watch other people step into their power, what happens? You are inspired to step into your power as well, and that's what they can do for their audience.
Spine-tingling stuff. And I imagine a lot of these people have this nagging idea in the back of their mind that there's more, that they can be more, not quite sure how to get there perhaps. So that brings us nicely to question four. 4.5 minutes left. What would you say are some of the common mistakes that, because these are aspirational people, they're often inspirational people, they're often very successful, they're going to be trying stuff. What would you say are some of the common mistakes they make before they find your solution?
The biggest one is too much doing and not enough being. And most people who are in that high achieving, high performing space, just by through sheer past conditioning and the way that society has programmed us, we have not learned how it is to actually become the version of ourselves that we want to do. So a lot of mistakes that I see them doing is that they're doubling down on a bunch of strategies, or, like, I need to do this framework and apply this other framework. And they're doing so much from their mind, from their head, and they're so stuck in their head that then they lose access to their heart, and their emotional intelligence is actually how they're going to create that deeper connection and really connect to what it is that they want to say. And that powerful brand story that is irresistible and really draws people in like bees to honey is going to be a story that comes from your heart, is going to be a story that has an emotional narrative to it. So if you are in your head, you're cutting yourself off from actually becoming that premium brand instead of just talking about it, which is actually not going to advance you after a certain point.
Yeah, for a lot of us, the longest journey we ever made was from the head to the heart. Mm-hmm. Question number 5. Thank you for that. Very well articulated and also incredibly succinct, which is just as well, given we've got 3 minutes left. Question 5 is, what I want from you now is a top tip, a valuable free action someone could take. It's not going to take them down the whole journey or lead them to the end destination, but it might take them a step in the right direction. What's a top tip you can give people?
I'm going to give you a journaling prompt, which is to really sit down in a meditative space and ask yourself, what is the message that I want to share with the world? And what specifically is keeping me from sharing it? What are the fears or the limiting beliefs that I am having that are keeping me from showing up fully and sharing what I want to share with my audience, with the world, whether it is a story, whether it is a program or a service? What is it that needs to come out of you, and why is it not coming out? Journal on that. You're going to get a lot of clarity.
So what is it that I want to share with the world? What might be holding me back, and what form might that thing take once I launch it?
Exactly.
Terrific questions, and potentially, folks, life transformational questions. So many changes start with profound questions like this. Question 6, 1 minute 45 left. I want to direct people to a free resource where they can find out more about your work. Give us a landing page somewhere. Where should folks go?
Absolutely. As you know, we have only 7 minutes. So I would really love to walk you through the A to Z of how is it that you can use the power of your story and the art of storytelling to magnetize your ideal clients and stand out in an overcrowded space. So I have created a free masterclass that you can go and watch. It's less than an hour. It's going to give you all the secrets on how you can start and go execute on this on your own. And so the URL is www.CelineDaCosta.com/free masterclass. And my name is spelled CELINNEDACOSTA.
Perfect. Saves me saying it. Thank you so much, Celine. We've got a minute left. Question 7. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't? And maybe the answer as well.
What kind of results can you really get when you unleash the power of your story? And when clients did the work that we've talked about in the past 6 minutes, what they've been able to create is, I had a client, for example, who went from not being able to do an Instagram story on his phone to speaking on a Tony Robbins stage in front of 10,000 people. I had another client who was sitting on a launch idea for 18 months. When she was able to tell her story, she launched a $100,000 launch, and she went on to have 3 more of those. I had another client who went off and told her story through a book, published it, best-selling book. So the point being that when you actually go out there and tell your story and you're in full alignment to the authenticity of who you are, you can create massive results in your life, in your business, and you can grow your brand exponentially.
Beautiful. Can't wait to get this interview out there. Celine, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.